Hi there, that's right. Nick Dutch back on the camera again for another delightful tarot reading, and today we've got a YouTube inquirer called Fluid Sambora, who is curious about the possibility of returning to college and seeing basically whether that's a good idea and what kind of fun and pleasure that Fluid Sambora could have when and if that occurs. So what I'll do is I'll use my traditional means. I'm shuffling like mad whilst I'm talking to you right now, okay? And we'll see firstly whether the reading suggests that it is a good idea, and secondly basically what could happen on the basis that you did actually go to college and basically started on the academic path all over again. Okay? Let's just have a quick look and see what's coming through for you. Just a moment please. Okay, well I think this is actually quite an interesting reading. I think it explains a few things quite nicely, but let's just have a quick look and see what the reading says. I'll just show you the cards. Just a moment please. Okay, now as far as is it actually a good idea for you to go back to university, I would say yes. I mean, there seems to be a self-developmental aspect there. There's a few more things you need to learn and a bit more growth you need to go through. And I feel that's what the adjustment card is talking about there. Trying to get the perspective right, building upon your general knowledge as well as more specific knowledge as well. There's kind of like a mercurial allusion there and there with the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers card often talks about transition, moving from one state to another. Symbolically, it refers to that moment when, you leave your parents and you go and start your own life. I feel that this is more about preparation. The Universe card often symbolizes knowledge and trying to gain more perspective, gain more understanding, and trying to move your life further forward in a way in which you personally feel happy with, okay? So, there is a sense of there being a bit of a gap. There's a few more things you need to brush up upon, and essentially as a result of that, the reading is suggesting that if you want to basically move forward with your life, you need to gain more knowledge and a bit more perspective and balance. So essentially that part of the reading is looking very good and very interesting. So I would say that's your enthusiasm, that's your encouragement, that's essentially saying that yes, this would actually be the right sort of thing for yourself. But let's move on to the second part of the reading here. Okay, now this is a slightly different message, alright, because there's a sense of there being some stress there. We've got the typical academic signs coming through with the Hermit, suggesting again, it is a good idea, as is spoken about by this part of the reading here, okay? But there's also a sense of there being extra wisdom gained. Now, it's not just the standard book learning that the first part of the reading was talking about. It's not just gaining extra forms of knowledge that the first part of the reading was talking about, okay? It's more to do with the way in which you're actually integrating and interacting with other people, and gaining a bit more perspective as to how that can actually happen for yourself in the future, okay? Some of these will be social skills, some of these will be cultural knowledge. There's a wide variety of different things, very difficult for me to actually put into words, okay? But there's something about building up your character. So yes, as far as the academic side of things is concerned, still a very good idea, a bit of a sign relating to hard work, but on the other hand, there's this feeling of achievement occurring as a result of a few struggles and a few strives. Now, when a person goes to university, they don't just go for the fun, okay? You don't just go for the beer or just to have a laugh. You go there to go through the experiences of being with other people so you can then get the results that you're after. I'm seeing signs here which is suggesting that your future is going to really be built up upon everything that you'll be going through. I don't actually see anything negative here. Alright, there's a sense of you needing to really separate and individualize, and I feel that's a part of this whole meaning as well. So, this is a very interesting reading. It's not a negative reading at all. I would say that there is some positivities associated with this, as well as a sense of a desire to try and create more for yourself. Okay, so we've had a quick look at the reading there. Quite a number of interesting different messages, thoughts and feelings coming through for myself. If I was in your position and I personally was actually given this reading, this first part of the reading here, I would say that that would be good portents for the future. That's like the moment of excitement. That's the thinking of, yes, I can do it. Yes, I can achieve it. I feel that the second part of the reading is a bit like your reality check. It's there to say, yeah, you can achieve it. There's an awful lot of things you'll be going through, and just think more about the other aspects of learning you'll be going through. We all want to try and have one particular fixed, focused understanding as to where our life is going. We all want to try and simplify the goals that we have. But this reading is not talking about a singular, simple perspective. It's more about the all-embracing development of your mentality, your general knowledge, your character, your social skills, what you are and who you are, and suggesting that yes, it would in fact be okay, and also very positive. Naturally, and this is not mentioned in the reading, do think very carefully on the financial aspects and how you're going to survive when you're doing your studies again, as well as the cost of covering the studies themselves. Okay, if it is financially out of the question, then obviously no matter what the reading is saying, it could actually be basically out of the question. My recommendation here though would be that if you can do it, then do it. You don't have to do it this year, you could do it next year, but it's definitely something to bear in mind, and I feel it will do you an awful lot of good. The general message within the reading is looking optimistic, but there's always an opportunity there for you to just think a little bit more about how you personally interact with the ideas in the reading and how comfortable you feel with the way that things could actually be going for you. Okay, so think about it one step at a time and realise that there is some good stuff happening for you in the future. After your studies, I feel you'll actually have quite a lot of success. And yes, I've just pulled out one single card just to have a quick look at what your longer term future after studies could be like. And it's actually looking quite happy. Alright? Maybe you are destined for greater things. But there's also a sense that you will find your niche whether you study or not. It might take a bit longer if you don't study, but on the other hand, you will get there. Good fortune, God and or Goddess, and on none of the above bless. Nick Dutch signing out for now. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, favourite and share, and all the rest of that jazz. And I'll speak to you again very, very soon.